What's up, people? It is a beautiful, sunny October day. We don't get a ton of these in the Pacific Northwest, so I feel blessed. I want to tell this story. If you don't know, I live in my van, so I'm like homeless, but thank God I have a van because the tent cities are everywhere. And I've thought about, like, just because I have a tent, popping my tent up and just, like joining a tent city, like from time to time, for a lot of reasons. But anyways, let me get to the story. Because I've experienced homelessness, I have a lot of empathy for those who also are, the politically correct term is unhoused. That's the term that my local humane society uses. I have been volunteering for the last year and a half or so with my local humane society. My dog that changed my life. I get emotional 2+ years later thinking about it. He passed away 2 years ago, and it's just, I don't want to bring another dog into this situation, and I'm not, So I volunteer with my local humane society. And one of the things that they do that I love participating in is outreach events, hosting mobile veterinary clinics, enabling unhoused and low-income people to get free basic care for their pets. And we're talking like even microchips, which to me is above and beyond, but it's free. So they get microchips, vaccines, flea and tick treatments. Sometimes they can get like ear infections looked at, other things looked at, and it's totally free to these people. And so I started volunteering. They try to do them monthly. The first one was just really touching, really moving. And so I decided, man, I'm going to do as many of these as I can. So I did another. Oh, let me tell you a quick story. That first time I did it, I met a gentleman who had this beautiful high energy pitty, and my guy was a pitty, so I'm particularly fond of the pitties. So this guy had this pitty, and often these outreach events are partnered with other community organizations. So there's vet care here, and then in the building, there's other community resources that they can access. And so what we as volunteers can enable, and what I enjoy doing the most, is sitting with these people's dogs and animals while they're in line to be seen, because it's hours. They show up at 8-9 a.m. and they might not get seen until noon. So we sit with their animals so they can go inside and get a hot meal, so they can get resources for housing, resources for mental health, all kinds of things. And so I saw this pitty, and I was like, hey man, if you want to go inside, I'm happy to sit with your dog. And he was like, I don't know, man. Like last time I did that, they stole her and I had to get her back. And I was like, okay. I just did not force it at all. And I was like, yeah, man, let me know if you change your mind, right? And so I went and I talked to other people and did my thing. And about an hour later, I saw him. And I was like, you still doing good? You still sure? Like, I try to be low pressure, but like also leaving the option open for them. It's tough being homeless. And so I understand why their guard is so up. But over the course of the event, he actually relented and let me sit with his dog so he could go inside and get some food. And he had a girlfriend, and so that was that for that event. The next event, there was another month. I didn't see them, but it's not uncommon. I've done 3 or 4 of these that you see some of the same people. So the third event, I saw him and his girlfriend again, and his beautiful pitty, but then also his girlfriend had a dog. And this was the impetus for the title of this video. Because I had seen them and recognized them. I said, hey, it's good to see you again. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you. And so, yeah, we interacted and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. And towards the end of the event, I'm standing looking this way, kind of not really interacting with anyone, just kind of just chilling for a minute. And I feel this tap on my back left shoulder. And my memory is weird. Like, sometimes I remember things vividly, and other times, for the life of me, it's gone, right? Like, I'm trying to memorize blackjack basic strategy. It's difficult, yet this moment will live with me forever. And it's, I think it was the energy infused into the situation. So let me tell the story. I suck at storytelling. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get better. I felt a very, very gentle, timid tap on my back left shoulder. And in that energetic exchange, I felt humility, because I know how hard it is to ask for help. It is really hard to ask for help, even for simple things. And the person who had tapped me on the back was this gentleman's girlfriend, and she just very, very humbly, and it was moving. Like, I'm getting emotional thinking about it. She said, "Can you please help me tighten this harness?" Because that's another thing we do. We give out harnesses, and we do fittings and whatnot. And so I said, of course, yes. And I dropped to my knees immediately and got to work, because, man, I love dogs. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. Give me a minute. Okay. I miss my guy. And I miss human connection and social connection, which is why it was so humbling that I was able to build enough of a rapport with these people who were on guard and just down and out. I was a safe space for these people. And that's just what I want to be in life, is a community man, is what I call it. Just someone who the people in my community can look to if they need help. And it sucks because although I am doing that, I don't feel like I'm living up to my potential, because I feel like I should be doing so much more. So much more. But it's so hard because, like, there's nothing I can do. I'm homeless, living like day to day with, how much money can I make today doing deliveries, and what bills can I pay, and everything. And so while it felt really humbling to help, I feel a lot of disappointment in myself, because I have college degrees and I've done a lot of things in my life, but I've just failed to put it all together in a meaningful way. But I can say that maybe while I'm at rock bottom, it's cool to maybe see a path out. A life of service feels really good. It just unfortunately doesn't pay the bills. And so I need to find a way where I can pay the bills, but then also be of service to my community, because I want more moments like that. And that's the person I want to be consistently. And I'm not. I'm a very mercurial person. This video got way off subject, but thank you for listening. Much love, y'all.